After the Mahabharata war, in the course of time, a grandson of Arjuna was born, named King Parikshit. One day, while hunting in the forest, King Parikshit encountered Kali Yuga. Parikshit immediately ordered Kali Yuga to leave the mortal world, but Kali Yuga fell at the king's feet and pleaded for mercy. According to the code of kingship, a kshatriya must grant refuge to those who seek shelter at his feet. Moved by this duty, King Parikshit granted Kali Yuga 5 places to reside, where there is alcohol, prostitution, gambling, violence, and wealth earned through sinful means. At that time, King Parikshit was wearing a golden crown inherited from his ancestors. This gold had been tainted by sinful deeds. Taking advantage of this, Kali Yuga entered the crown and took control of the king's mind. While hunting in the forest, Parikshit felt thirsty and came across a hermitage. Upon entering, he saw the sage Shamak deep in meditation. When Parikshit asked for water, the sage, being absorbed in meditation, did not respond. Under the influence of Kali Yuga, Parikshit became furious and in his anger placed a dead snake around the sage's neck before returning to his palace. As soon as he removed his crown to rest, he realized the grave mistake he had committed. Overcome with regret, he quickly rode back to the hermitage, but by then, the sage's son, Sage Shringi, had already arrived. Seeing the dead snake around his father's neck, the enraged Shringi cursed that whoever was responsible for this act would die in 7 days from a bite by the serpent king Takshaka. Standing at a distance, King Parikshit heard the curse and was filled with sorrow because it was believed that those who died from a serpent's bite never attained liberation. To find a solution, the royal priests advised a 7-day recitation of the Srimad Bhagavatam for King Parikshit. After completing the recitation, the security of Parikshit's 7-tiered palace was tightened so much that not even a bird could enter. However, on the 7th day, Takshaka managed to infiltrate the palace and bit King Parikshit, leading to his death. When his son, Janamejaya, learned that his father had died from Takshaka's bite, he was consumed with vengeance and vowed to eradicate all serpents from existence. He performed the Sarpa Satra, snake sacrifice, where serpents were summoned into the fire and burned. Alarmed by this destruction, the serpents sought refuge with goddess Manasa Devi, who sent her son, Sage Astika, to stop the sacrifice. With great effort, Sage Astika persuaded Janamejaya to halt the ritual, thereby saving the serpents. Time passed, and eventually, Janamejaya also died naturally. However, after his death, the serpents took revenge by capturing his soul and imprisoning it in the underworld, Patal Lok. As ages passed and Kali Yuga began, a boy was born under highly inauspicious planetary alignments. An astrologer, terrified by the omens, advised the parents to abandon the child in the ocean. Reluctantly, they followed the astrologer's advice, and as the child was cast into the sea, a giant fish swallowed him. The boy remained inside the fish for several years. One day, the fish swam to a shore where Lord Shiva was imparting the secrets of yoga to goddess Parvati. The boy, inside the fish, overheard these teachings and began practicing yoga within the fish's belly. After 12 years of deep meditation, a fisherman caught the fish and, upon cutting it open, was astonished to find the boy alive. The fisherman adopted the child and raised him. As the boy grew older, he was once sent to catch fish. However, when he saw the fish struggling for life outside the water, he felt immense compassion and released them back into the sea. Returning empty-handed, he was scolded by the fisherman. Saddened, the boy left the place and began wandering in search of spiritual enlightenment. Over time, he became a great yogi and was revered as Guru Gorakhnath, often regarded as an incarnation or devotee of Lord Shiva due to his extraordinary journey inside the fish. One day, Guru Gorakhnath was begging for alms when he encountered a woman who had no food to offer. She explained that she was childless, and tears welled up in her eyes. The guru, moved by her sorrow, blessed her with the promise of a son and gave her some sanctified food. Prasadam. However, people around her sowed doubts in her mind, warning her that the food might be cursed or bewitched. Fearing the unknown, the woman discarded the prasadam into a heap of cow dung. 12 years later, when Guru Matsyendranath returned and inquired about her son, the woman lied, claiming she had no children. The guru then called out loudly, and to everyone's astonishment, a radiant 12-year-old boy emerged from the dung heap. Since he was born from cow dung, Gobar, he was named Gorakhnath. The woman confessed her mistake, and though Guru Matsyendranath forgave her, he took Gorakhnath with him as his disciple. Later, Guru Gorakhnath traveled to a village named Datkeda, now Dadrera, in Rajasthan. There, the ruling Chauhan king, Javar Singh, had two queens, Bakhal and Kach, who were twin sisters. Queen Bakhal was devoted to spirituality and wished for a son. Upon hearing about Guru Gorakhnath, she began worshipping him with great sincerity. When she learned that the guru had arrived in her village, she rushed to seek his blessings. Pleased with her devotion, Guru Gorakhnath promised to bless her with a son the next morning. However, her jealous sister Kach disguised herself as Bakhal and received the guru's blessings instead. As a result, Kach was granted 2 warrior sons, while Bakhal was left disappointed. When Bakhal finally met the guru and explained the deception, he was enraged. However, he assured her that she would still have a son, and this child would ultimately defeat Kach's sons. The guru then traveled to the underworld and retrieved the soul of Janamejaya, which had been imprisoned by the serpents. As he returned to the mortal world, the serpent king Takshaka attacked him and swallowed the divine essence, Galgal, carrying Janamejaya's soul. A young sweeper, witnessing this, struck Takshaka with a broomstick, forcing him to spit out the Galgal. Guru Gorakhnath, pleased with the young man's action, blessed him and declared that future generations would sing songs of his bravery. Returning to Queen Bachal, the guru gave her the divine Galgal, which she consumed, leading to the birth of a powerful son, Veer Goga Ji. Simultaneously, Queen Kach gave birth to twin sons, Arjan and Sarjan. Goga Ji's birth was celebrated grandly, whereas Kach's sons were ignored, further deepening her jealousy. As Goga Ji grew, his aunt Kach conspired to kill him. Despite many attempts, her plots failed. Recognizing his divine destiny, Queen Bachal entrusted him to Guru Gorakhnath for spiritual training. When Goga Ji was 12, the guru took him under his wing and trained him in yogic and mystical arts, preparing him for the great battles